Well, one of the places to start would be to make sure that going to school was an experience where you sensed opportunity, where you looked for problems, where you worked with other people to try and solve them, that involved your head but also your hand and your heart to try and do it. It was a kind of rounded experience, because that's what life is going to be like. That's the kind of feeling that you're going to have, because you're going to have to work in networks with other people that are going to be fluid, and you're going to have to learn how to collaborate with them. So we need schools to be places where people learn those habits. They are people who can design those kinds of environments and those kinds of processes and programs and lead them. And those kinds of teachers are not teachers who simply instruct from a blackboard or give people an exam and make a tick. They're people who can structure ways of learning so that children get this sense of trying things out, of failing, of picking them up, of devising different hypotheses, of seeing that there might be ambiguities and so on and so forth. It's that kind of teaching. One of the big problems with the way that education has been reformed is that it's too often been driven by the centre, from government, rather than from within the profession. And what I see around the world is that there is a sort of leading edge in the teaching profession who want to do things in different ways and who want to lead the profession and want to lead, see teaching as a vocation. And they are really critical people, those people. I don't think the ideas that I'm talking about are all about new stuff. I think they're about old stuff. I think they're about kids learning to make things, kids learning to go on outward bound together, kids learning how to debate and argue and to govern themselves. And these are really old ideas. This is Benjamin Franklin, it's Aristotle, it's, you know. And what we've lost in the way that we've systematized education is not just the possibility of the new, that the new might be about technology and excitement and games and stuff. We're losing the old. You know, that education should be about finding yourself in a field somewhere and having to make a fire and cook food and build a tent and stuff like that. That should be part of it as well. I wouldn't say you can just build capability without knowledge. I do think there are some things that are good to know about language, about mathematics, about core things in science, of course. You know, you can't just say that knowledge doesn't matter, you can just get it from the internet. I think that understanding principles of knowledge that you can apply in new ways is a very important thing. But you need to blend that with, why are we doing this? What's it for? How is it helping me understand my world and make sense of it and create solutions that are mine? Innovation isn't technology. Innovation is about helping people find ways to solve problems together. And that the sources of that might be really old-fashioned. They're about how people work together, communicate, argue, devise solutions, make things together. And there's something very, as I say, very old about that. It's not just a new thing. It's recovering, actually, aspects of what education should have been and applying it in a new way, in new settings.